Hello. Well, today I'm going to show you these what these plants look like when they're at their peak, and you have no other choice but to do to harvest the whole plant. Normally, I pick the lower leaves off as we go along. You get more lettuce that way, but if you're going to give it to someone, you want to give them a whole plant. So that's what I'm going to do now. We have a daughter-in-law and her daughters, and so I'm giving them 3 of these plants today. Right now I'm going to show you how I do that. The reason that it is, if you'll notice, some of these leaves are hanging down. And what that means is this plant is getting ready to bolt. It's getting ready to start taking its energy out of its leaves and start making its seeds, and the plant will shoot up to about almost 2 feet tall. I don't let that happen. So while it's still in, this is its peak form, it's about 40 days from when I planted the seed. This plant is an outrageous. It's a red plant, and it's very tasty, and it's a fairly modern plant. So anyway, I'm going to take it out of the jar, and there's some leaves hanging down there, and you'll notice that's what the roots look like on a full grown plant, or one that's at its peak. Then I take the scissors and I just cut that off. Let that go in the wastebasket. And I spin this like this, and that takes the this off, the little net cup. And you can see this is a little plug that was inside. And I'm going to cut that off, and the rest of the roots like that. Okay? Now, might have a leaf there's not all that great, you know, but for the most part, that's what you would get in an upscale grocery store. This is your outrageous one, the reddest ones you have. There's another one over here, and but I'm probably not going to harvest that today. Anyway, then you take a Ziploc. I get these Ziplocs, and they're fairly cheap where I get them. Get them at Aldi's actually. So you put it in upside down in a Ziploc, and then what I'll do is I'll take this upstairs. I'll get a paper towel, fold it over so it's about a little bigger than my hand. I'll put it on the paper towel, get it wet, just out of the tap, squeeze out the water, and I'll form it down over the top of this root, okay, or the stem, and that will be it. And then there's my lettuce. If you go into an upscale grocery store and they have loose leaf lettuce, they'll have it in a bag something like this. They'll have some kind of thing over it. That means it's probably a hydroponic plant. And I don't think you're going to get one of these for under $5, but this cost me about a quarter, I think. I mean, I really haven't hardly any. It's not very expensive at all. I've got to do a better job of figuring out my costs, I guess, but I have absolutely, really not much cost. Just the water in here is, into a gallon of water, put a teaspoon of fertilizer, put one of those little cups in there, a couple of seeds. 40 days later, you got one of these. Okay, if you want to watch my other videos on how to do this, different aspects, I just wanted to show you the harvesting of the plants. I told you a little over a month ago that I would show you these plants when they're fully formed, ready to harvest. And that's it. Here's one of my, this is about 16 inches across. It's an outrageous plant, just like the one I harvested. But it's, I could wait another day. I could do it right now. It's a pretty big plant. But I have another purpose for this, so I'm going to save it back. And if you would like to see my videos, the other ones, I've got probably 15 or 16 or so on there. Go to YouTube, type in, as all little letters as a string, in a search for Jerry Brown 830, Jerrybrown 830, okay? That'll take you to my channel, and you can see all my videos. Plus, I'll have this on in a day or two. Well, thanks for watching.